The next video you see of this, it could be running or have catastrophic failure, and you'll probably want to watch either way. Valve covers are painted. They turned out decently. But I decided to take it one step further. Shine them up a bit. I was debating polishing it, but that's way too much work. At least for now. Oh, you can see I got the grommet. Oh well. Whoopsies. That'll be okay for the trucks we build. Yeah, that'll look decent on there for now. And I wouldn't mind keeping these on there, but actually fully clean these up and then hire grits and then polish it right up to like near finish. I wouldn't mind putting like frict in here or something. We'll see what the future holds. Got my battery terminal. You can see the negatives there. I still haven't put actual terminal on. This is just sitting here too because the starter's not in. I'm going to do that next, but first we're going to bench test it. If you've never seen a bench test, pay attention. Terminals still come up like normal. Positive to negative, negative to positive. I'm just kidding. Positive, positive, negative, negative. And then obviously your negative, hook it to a ground somewhere. And your positive, hook it to your regular positive terminal. Here's your start terminal. Just bridge that with a screwdriver and see if she engages. Excellent, she's good. Starter went in with little to no trouble. Just hooking the battery up here. Let's touch it together. Oh, I hear things all clicking on. My roof lights are on for some reason. Good to know those work. Oh, let's just I can hear the fuel pump kick in. I think that's what that was. Taking this on like that. I know I should actually put it on farther, but why are those up? I don't know what that switch does. That's why. Oh, and keys on. That would also help. Okay, we got power. Yeah, stop yelling at me. Check gauges, I know. Okay, we got nothing on the camera. I really tempted to just bump it, but everything's at top dead center right now. And I haven't put the distributor in yet, so I guess that'll wait, but we got power in the truck. Oh, right. Park. There we go. Now we can take the key out. Cool. We got power. I'm gonna disconnect that though. I don't like keeping batteries connected on projects overnight. So we'll just leave that like that. That's better. I did that with the Beaumont too, especially with it having all its electrical issues. This is getting close. Distributor, wires, rad. And I think that's it, and then we're good to vroom. I'm nervous. So since I couldn't get this Princess Auto cable for my oil pressure to stay inside the fittings on either end, I plugged it off, just a plug, so it's not an opening in the oil system. I'm going to connect the battery again. I've got my oil primer tool. I'll turn on the key, run the drill, and get my wife to watch the gauge, see if the regular gauge works. If the regular gauge works, then I'm not too worried about it. I'll just run the regular gauge. If it doesn't work, I gotta go to Mopac today for my brother anyways, because he lives out of town and it's hard for him to get stuff. I'm gonna see him in a few days anyways, so I'm gonna stop and get him some things. And while I'm there, I can't really afford it, but I may get a gauge for this if this one doesn't work. If this one works, then I'm just gonna go get his stuff for him and then call it a day. Okay, good news, bad news time. Good news, ran it, gauge works, got oil pressure in the truck. Bad news is, there's already a spot of oil underneath it. Can't quite tell where it's coming from yet. There is some oil hanging on the bottom of that airline hose I used as a bypass for the oil cooler lines. But it doesn't go all the way up the hose. But there's no crack in the hose, so I don't know. I'll probably still try to break it in, and that could be a future problem. I'll just really have to watch when I'm running it. Keep an eye on oil levels. So as you can see, there's the old hose. I cut it out and pulled it out. I put a 3/8 fuel line that's got stainless braid around it and some different fittings, and now I just ran it and I don't see oil over there, so I'm hoping it's fixed, which is good because I priced out oil cooler lines themselves and it was about $200, and I have $6 in my bank account, so glad I fixed that. Just got to put the distributor in now, run all the plug wires, put the rad in. I got coolant, and I think she's ready for a test fire. Oh man, plug wires are all on, rad's in. It leaks a little bit, so I think I'm gonna have to swap out the rad at some point, or at least go through and fix some of the cooling system stuff. I had a hell of a time. I don't know if it's even actually fully on. I had a hell of a time getting this one on. I filled up cooling system and poured all out that. Fought with it to get it on. And yes, there is one yellow spark plug wire. One of my spark plugs, wherever it is, that was broken. And as you guys know, I can't afford new ones. So I stole that one from an old set that came with the Beaumont. So hopefully it works. Hopefully all the plug wires work. And I couldn't find the coil wire, so I stole that off the Suburban. But I know that works. This isn't close to the fan, so I think it should be okay. Didn't come with a fan tray. You can see it's been hitting before, but it's fairly clear for now. So I think I'm gonna go get the tripod, go get my wife, and I think I'm just gonna go for it and fire her up.
Okay, we do have a leakage, but that's the coolant, I think.
Okay, so still no luck. Mike came over. We cranked over a few times, very minimally. It's got spark. It's getting fuel. It's just 2020 or something. I don't know. It's driving me nuts. I've put I don't know how many engines and I don't know how many vehicles, small blocks, big blocks, TBI, carb. Can get them all fired up in an afternoon. Now couldn't get the Beaumont running, and can't get this running. Guess I got some jujulin to do, and Mike's gonna talk to his buddy, who's a TBI expert, and he's gonna do some research too. Charging up the battery, because we killed the battery, which is actually stolen battery from the Nissan, so I can't even go anywhere right now if I wanted to. Well, got the wife's Avalanche, but if I wanted to go somewhere in my truck, I can't. So, but I don't want to crank on this too much. Don't want to wreck the cam. So I'm gonna go in, call it a night, and start jujulin.